Hello there, welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I am recording this on the 27th of December, so I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. And we're looking forward to a relatively safe and sensible new year. Now, in the last episode, we went to investigate a little bit more about this samurai case, and now we're going back to court. In the last episode, we found a new witness. We found Cody. And we also found the producer and the director, Salmonella and D. Vasquez. And we are probably going to see them in court. So we need to see if we can't tear their testimonies apart. So let's get on with it. Sorry about that, I was just turning my headphones down a little. So, Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Because you're staring at me. Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Oh, Shook's even unhappier. Phoenix, Wright is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. We won't go into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked. We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. Oh crap, this is going to be nails. You can imagine Edgeworth's probably got some crap up his sleeve. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. And the defense is ready. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, as we learned, that there are more other people present in the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving he had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if that producer's going to come out. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Or that director. Oh god, I gotta do my squeaky nerd voice again. Will the witness state his name and profession?
How rude can you get? You don't know me. I'm the director, I make the Steel Samurai. Noob Ruffle!
Edgeworth is not happy.
Salmonella, I'm a director, television.
Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well, please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in that trailer on the day did it. Right. Yeah. Day of the murder.
I was at the studios around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. It took more than that. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch at the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the middle of a meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one else left their chairs. That's about it.
Okay. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30. And according to your testimony, you were at the meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. I'm just going to press everything because we need as much information as we can get. Is that when you always come into work?
Oh no, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way.
Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry.
Wow, Phoenix. Still, FWI. What the hell does that mean? I was pretty all that day. Sad face.
Tell us more about that.
During the morning, I was Okay, that sounds a bit flaky. In the employee area. Oh, excuse me. Damn. That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate.
Was anyone else at the run-through?
Well, yeah, the evil magistrate. Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. LOL. She was cheering on a hammer, if you can believe it.
She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else?
Nope, just us four.
It's got more time than I thought it would. Why did it go on so long?
I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see?
Alright, that's the limp.
Which of course led to me missing my lunch. Ruffs. Rolling on the floor, starving.
I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch?
T-bone steaks. The assistant cooks them up.
Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning the witness, did not eat with them. I had a meeting in Studio 2, so I ended up skipping lunch. So in the end you didn't get to eat?
Yeah, no steak at least. Can't you believe it?
Must have been tough. Phoenix, doesn't something about that seem odd to you?
It's a vague.
Mr. Manila, just saying, he said steak at least. So you ate something other than steak?
Yeah, good call. I had some chocolate in my pockets which I used to stave off starvation.
Is that all? So around 4.
What are we discussing? The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turn on me and say, Mr. Banana, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children, can you believe it?
Actually, I kind of can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting. Pretty sure no one left their chairs. You didn't take a single break?
Well, yeah, not a one. Sweats.
What's he sweating about, I wonder? If I have an idea. Phoenix, if he's out of way holds, Powers is finished. Press him as hard as you can to find out where he's lying. It's something to do with this break. Till around 4. Global Studios. We don't need that. There's something not quite right here. Something to do with that head is bothering me. Yeah, it's something about this break. We were in the meeting until around 4. It's something to do with Mr. Monkey's head. Okay, no, that's just a generic... Normally, if there is an objection, usually the music stops and... Okay, I got back to this option here, and I'm gonna do it's contradictory this time because I do remember seeing some plates near the Studio 2 trailer, actually.
What do you mean, Sweats?
When I went to that trailer, I saw something on the table. There were 2 plates on the table. Same kind of plates as in the employee area. We ate lunch there.
Good call, Sweats. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all.
T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I bought the trailer thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly a man who likes to eat. So when exactly did you eat it?
We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then, drool.
Mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. They took a break in that meeting. That contradicts his testimony. Yes, that contradicts this. You didn't take a single break. Wait a second. There we go. Press harder. Damn straight. He's lying. Wait a second. Mr. Minetti, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court you ate a T-bone steak during a break?
Oops. Raffle. Well?
Mr. Minella, what's this all about?
Well, yeah, I guess. We did take a little break.
Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. The break.
Yeah. FWIW, we took a break, raffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15? That's only 13 in base 12.
What's base 12?
Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. Steams.
Wow. This guy is so weird. I don't even think that's enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well. Begin the cross-examination. Again, we're going to press him on everything and just make sure we've got all the information we can get. What time exactly did you take this break?
I say it was from around 2:30 or until 2:45.
2:30? That's the time of death. You could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. This is possible. Edgeworth's like, he knows what we're going to say, doesn't he? What were you doing for those 15 minutes?
Eating my T-bone steak, what else? Drool.
There was 2 plates on the trailer table.
Oh, right, the other one was Diva's. Sorry, Diva Skids' plate.
The producer, yes, that's the lady we saw. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. It's quite a feat. That face is so creepy. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder. Interesting statement. Why is that? Objection! Haven't we had quite enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honour, the testimony to the point has made one thing, certain fact, painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. Something wrong, Mr. Wright. Surely you aren't suggesting one of those people in this trailer went to Studio 1. It does seem unlikely. Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim that someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? I think it's impossible. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. Like, I agree it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time. I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mr. Monkeyhead, or Mrs. Monkeyhead, barred the way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio's mascot head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. I thought it was Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point, and somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we've seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. It's over? The ports? Wow. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We found there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honour, the prosecution is pleased to announce we have decisive evidence. A witness. Oh God, it's going to be the kid. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. I see. Court will take 10-minute recess in which we'll hear your witness. Court is adjourned. Things ain't going so great, are they? What do we do now, Mia? If everyone thinking that trader has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix, I guess I was wrong. Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong, I've never given up on a trial before. And while there was a chance, only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. People in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Give it to us, for yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai. You owe to children everywhere, after all. Thanks, Sniff. Okay, Phoenix, this one's for the kids. I never say that again, man. Never ever. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern, as our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case. We worry that the defence might cause unnecessary trauma with its cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth has taken the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honour, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on. Guard, please bring him a box, one of those donut... I told you he ate donuts. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness.
What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around.
Cody, answer his question, okay?
Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
I get the feeling this is going to be a long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness. Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present. You were at Global Studios on the day of the incident.
You got a problem with that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Grimes with the beard over there?
Just Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer the bearded gentleman myself. a very long day. Oh god. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission, if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost?
Hey, I just got this. It's my new camera. Don't really know how to use it that good yet. But I bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix, I wonder if you had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note in the court record. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Okay, we have to assume that something in his testimony isn't going to be right, because obviously Edgeworth's had a bit of time with him, and every witness we've had from Edgeworth so far has been bogus. So, let's see what he says.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. Found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. Went through the woods of the path and that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I kinda got lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. Totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. How? I had my camera with me, the whole thing. That would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. And be gentle. Remember, you are talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here. I love this game's humour sometimes, it's so good. You really like the Steel Samurai, huh?
Of course I do. I've taped every show. I go to all the live performances.
It's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park?
Of course, duh. My dad always takes me.
Poor dad. Map on the internet, okay. Was that day the first time you've been to the studio?
Actually, I've been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on the rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling.
Right, please, continue.
Chill, Pops, I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk but you cut me off all the time? Jeez. I went through the woods up the path, so the old lady wouldn't catch me.
Off the path?
Yeah, you know, how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods, that's where I was. Anyhow.
I was going for the studio. Again, I'm just pressing everything again because we've got very little ammunition here. Did something unusual happen on your way to the studio?
Unusual?
Did you see this monkey by any chance?
Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted.
So you went straight to the studio?
I kinda got lost on the way though, 30 minutes.
You got lost in the woods?
Yeah, I couldn't find out which way I was walking. Man, I was so relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next?
When I came by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai?
Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside.
I see. What then? Out came the bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it?
A guy, a person, kinda tall, skinny.
Are you sure it was a guy?
I don't know, it was kinda far away.
I was gonna say, that's very vague. What happened to the bad guy?
Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move. Not a bit, like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor.
Yes, I suppose he was.
So he didn't have his camera, isn't that strange?
If you had your camera, you mean you weren't carrying the camera then?
No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time.
Guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Yeah, be firm. It's something about this camera. I think I'm going to present the album because... Okay. There we go. I had to present the camera. Right, okay. So I just want to drag you through the whole thing again. Cody, what you said seems a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's a digital camera, Your Honor. Kind of a new sort of camera. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. Yeah, if he was going to the studios for the day, there's no way he'd not bring a camera, right? Objection! Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney, no one should lie in court. What do you mean? A prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I have my camera, so what? No problem with that? And did you use the camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well, please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Yeah, I have my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. Still Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Last Christmas... No, I'm joking, I'm sorry. Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules. Is that all? That was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. I just realised I'm like sat at my desk recording this. My legs are bloody freezing and I've got a blanket. It's so cold outside. Let me just put my blanket on. There we go. Oh, it's toasty. Anyway, back to the trial. What I saw. I have my camera with me. So why didn't you use it? Objection! He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. So you were watching the Steel Samurai, did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. Didn't turn away, not even once? No. It's being very vague. Yeah, I'm getting to that. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! So the bad guy attacked him first? Yeah. What sort of person was the bad guy? I told you, a person. It was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the samurai. I see. What happened next? Then the bad guy stopped moving. Why? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. How exactly did he do that? He pinned him to the floor, Nick. What do you expect? How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that. Still being very vague. What? Don't give me that, look, Pops. No, I'm going to press him harder because he doesn't use a samurai chop or anything. He uses a spear. Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? You missed the most important part. Objection. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly.
Objection!
You know as well as I do he's being vague. Tell me what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap. My point is this, Cody, you may have seen some of the samurai's fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Nice. Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how you might have missed something? He blinked. Well, that's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? You can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? I think I know what it was. I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. It's the camera. He didn't know how to use it, he just got it.
Take that!
Here's my proof. What's that, the camera? The witness stated he recently received this camera. I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. Ah, yeah, he was too busy arsing about with it, he missed it. Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realise there's no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from that fight. And that's because you wanted to take a picture. Having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight. Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Yeah, damn right. The defense would like to request that Cody Hackins to testify once more. Could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Oh, okay, we're getting somewhere now. You're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of his villain. I held up my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Anything strange? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination. So, you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Oh, just moving strangely. See, if it was Will Powers, he'd know how to move in that thing. So he held up his camera to take a picture. My new camera has too many buttons, I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture, I really tried. The lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, the person on the ground at the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened. Yep. Yeah, I told you, I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Yeah, press it. Yeah, there's got to be something here I can use. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey. Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. Yeah, I took a picture. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them?
Yeah.
Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious? That's the thing. I don't think the Steel Samurai won.
Well, you know. Why would I want to keep a picture like that?
It's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon. There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about.
Objection!
Yeah. I knew it. There's no way. Cody.
What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad.
I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh?
Oh, right.
What was it you told me then?
I go to every live performance. I always take a picture with the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all, never missed one. Perfect collection.
Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I'd find it hard to believe you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album?
Ah!
Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackett. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in the album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. Thank you for repeating my thought processes. Oh, the penny's finally dropped. Phoenix, I was there 10 minutes ago, mate. Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell him, Phoenix. Tell him what the truth is. Please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture of the album? In the album on the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. Even a bad picture would have been kept. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai.
No way. No, it's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone ever.
Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit, what he saw would destroy everything he believes in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Booyah! Witness, I mean, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Oh god. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay, you're right. The Steel Samurai fell down, and he didn't move. Order. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Because I can't follow it through the holes in my donuts. Apparently, we've all made a serious error. An error? What's all this about? Okay, so Hammer was the victim, Steel Samurai was the victim, there was no victim. We know Hammer was the victim, right? Quite simply, the victim was Jack Hammer. Mr. Wright, we all know that. Right? It was I who was wrong. Okay, right. First you're right, now you're wrong. Which is it? It's the Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run through that morning. Thus he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbach said in her testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 PM. Did I see poor Howard Hammer? No. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. No one saw him going to Studio 1. Nor was there a photo of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in the dressing room, snuck into the room, stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? A photo on my digital camera. What? Show us quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now! Here, this is it. Oh. I'm afraid it could be anyone in the costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. It's not the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Yeah, I've seen it. What? Look at the photo again. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo one more time? There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency. It's this. If you think about it, or it's this bit. Because think about it. We know Jack went to Studio 1. Or whoever. Who they're saying is Jack. They're saying that whoever's in that Steel Samurai costume went to Studio 1. But that is Studio 2.
Take that!
Your Honor, look at this. A gate? Might I draw your attention to the number on the gate? Ah yes, well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct. I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. That's impossible. What's all this about? Please explain, so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. Oh, it's nice. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Studio 2. Here at Studio 2. That would explain the two on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path to the trailer was blocked. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed the murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime. Studio 2. As you may recall, there was a trailer in Studio 2. Now on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Miss Olbach saw was the victim, Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer for some reason stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. Why would he steal the Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. You are Dippy! Or do you have proof? Give me proof, give me proof the victim Jack Hammer stole the costume. Ooh. I have proof, I don't have... Do I have proof? I think I have proof. You do? The sleeping pills. He must have drugged Will. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? Found it on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills. The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes, but there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Yeah, fingerprint the bottle. Let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on the bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. This court will suspend proceeding on the current trial for today. Cody Hackett's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Miss Olbach may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1 but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright, your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a hell of a lot. Also, I'm not a detective, I'm a lawyer. Mr. Edgeworth. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Yeah, because trials can only last 3 days, remember? It's getting interesting now, isn't it? Certainly more complex than the other cases we've done. Whew. That was close. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home 3 times during the trial. Mia, you can't go home. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe I should take up a career in acting? I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Please don't use that sort of terminology on him. He's obviously very simple. And he'll take everything very literally. Of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make a final investigation. I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow. Thanks, Sniff. Woof! Things have taken a very, very, very different turn, haven't they? So we'll definitely save. And guys, as always, this is going to mark the end of the episode. So that's the trial done. Oh my word. Yeah, we've got one more day. So effectively, you've got one more investigation and the final trial. And that final trial is tricky. So I'm going to take a break for now, and I'll be back with you very soon for more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We are getting near the end of this case. We're going to find out the truth about what happened to Jack Hammer. So, and also we got through that trial by a breadth. We had one mistake left. So I don't want to get that close again. So, without any further ado, I want to say thank you for watching. Please do like and comment before you leave. And if you haven't already, do please leave a subscription if you want to see more Phoenix Wright and some other games. And do go check out my other playlists as well. I wish you a very Merry Christmas for last week. And obviously a very Happy New Year before it comes. So, thanks very much. See you again. Take care. Bye-bye.